Hey guys, welcome back to the Ultra Squad. Today we're here with a what if issei married a goddess. I hope you guys actually enjoy. Now, we start our story off right there when Issei is actually 60 years old. Now, he's at the hero faction. As there, we will see a 60-year-old Issei right there, training right there, with a blonde hair girl, with pretty much right there, wearing right there a white dress, and also right there she has blue eyes. As her name was actually called John. And pretty much Issei and John are pretty much good friends, and you guys don't know who she is. She's from the hero faction. From DXD Heroes, so yeah. The hero faction in this, like, it's kind of like the same as the one right there from Testaments of the Devil Sisters. As pretty much Issei would just sweep right there John's leg off the ground as he would actually pin her down as right there pointing his sword right at her. With this, John would actually smile, men in defeat, as Issei would actually just help her up. As with this, they would actually hear a loud explosion going off right there from the distance. As right there, Issei and John were actually quite scared. Like, that was a huge explosion. They were wondering like what's going on. And with that, immediately right there, they will actually hear right there some actually God saying that pretty much of a stray demon right there came in and actually just stole the sword. As pretty much Issei actually just knew it was actually the sword being wielded. As right there, Jean also knew about it. As they will actually see right there a flash of actually red light going off inside the distance. And pretty much right there, a group of actually guards will actually escort Jean as right there Issei and some of the other kids to safety. As Issei is just pretty much running as right there like the safety, like pretty much Jean will actually just fall as she will actually be staring face to face down to the demon and like the straight devil. She was actually right there double S class. As right there, like Issei would see the demon just slaughtering her, like not really Jean, but like the gods and things like that. As it was now face to face to Jean. Now Issei will immediately just rush towards her, standing in between her and the demon. As the demon was about to actually fly down on Issei, but immediately Issei will actually release a green light, sending right there shockwaves all over the place, like a huge green burst of energy, like light. As Issei's sacred gear would awaken as pretty much right there, it will actually literally disintegrate the demon completely. As right there, as the light fades away, you'll just see Issei there with his like red gauntlet there, the boosted gear, as right there the sword right behind him. As right there, like about like a few distance away, you will actually see Jean there. She was just pretty much unconscious. As we just have to have a time skip for about right there, like what? 3 weeks. As during the 3 weeks, I said boss right. Issei will actually kind of be in the detainment. Like he will just pretty much be detained. Like when right there held right there like as not really as a prisoner, but right there like as a prisoner. No. He'll be held as a prisoner, but not really. But kind of like a beast. Kind of like a wild dog. As the reason for this is because right, they feared the power right, that Issei actually had, and plus his secret gear just awakened the Red Dragon Emperor. Right there, like the Dragon Emperor was actually stated to literally right there kill Satan and God itself. So with this, it kind of like the same thing happened to Basara. So with this, Jean will arrive as he will pretty much right there take his son Issei, as they will actually leave right there like what the hero faction. As pretty much right there, like heck, we will just have right there Issei being exiled from the hero faction. So yeah, as we will just actually have right there like Jean right there like from kind of like a little bit distant. She will actually see right there her friend Issei just gone. She would just see that he's actually leaving. Oh yeah, sorry about that. I had to do something. So Jean will actually see, as she would be like, she thought that this was the last time she would see her childhood best friend. So yeah. As we just pretty much right there time skip to right there where right there like what over about like 11 years actually. As the reason why I'm time skipping that fast, because right there like heck I want to get onto the main right there timeline, of course, because right there, if I keep on really going on what happened to Issei and things like that, I will explain in during that actually 11 years. So yeah, so during the 11 years, pretty much right there, Issei and his father Jin moved to Kuyu like town. As there, Jin actually realized that Issei, like his son, is like getting way too like he's way too powerful, and now he knows he awakened his sacred gear, which is a heavily dragon boosted gear drag. Like yo, this thing actually became a little bit more complicated, so he thought it might be time to pretty much call her. As right there, like Jin will actually phone right there like his, well, kind of like his friend, of course. As there right there, like he will give her the gist of what's actually going down and the plan. As there, the person on the other end of the phone will actually reply saying, yes, I will actually be arriving there. Probably give me about like, who knows, a few years. I might be there. As Jin would say like, probably when he's like, what, 12 or something? As she would say like, yeah, probably that. Or maybe right there 15. With this, Jin will actually agree with this, as he will immediately start training Issei there, seeing that he has a great amount of power. He actually believes that, like, yeah, he should actually control it. So Jin will actually train Issei how to use his sacred gear. As there, Issei still kept up with his swordsmith play. As like, heck, he just became way too powerful. Of course, like Issei actually joined the train. He actually awakens Drag. Well, the second liberation, the third liberation, until he actually has the full version of the boosted gear. Like the one right there, like he's able right there to boost himself, transfer power, things like that. He already has the full version of it. Now he like seeing that he has a war god, his father training him, like he doesn't hold back. He literally doesn't hold back. Issei tries to actually attack him over and over again, but it was unlike he wasn't getting anywhere. Well, he was getting a little bit stronger, but he was never able to defeat his father once. He never showed like an ounce of even mercy, or even ready to try to fight to Issei to let him win. Like, nah, he needs Issei to become strong. So with this, he starts training more with his boosted gear, actually. As right there, he trains with Drag, trying to actually like boost himself up truly much. As yeah. As also, he also met right there a friend called Irina. As pretty much he found out that her father was an exorcist, that she was also planning to become an exorcist. So the two of them were actually also trained together to become stronger. As they actually spend like actually about like 3 years together, until already she has to move to England. As that's what really happened during right there like the 11 years. Oh, and also right there, I kind of forgot that pretty much right there in this like Hasagawa, pretty much right there the goddess, of course. As she when Issei turned about like 15 years old, she actually started to take care of Issei. And right there, she started to take care of him, like doing right there little things, of course, like kind of like nursing him back up, things like that, giving him a little bit tips, and she's pretty much her observer, like Issei observer, and like Issei kind of felt right there an attraction towards her. But right there, like heck, she wasn't really around a lot, seeing that she had the work to do, so she actually lives in like heck in her own apartment, but she comes by to check up on Issei. So yeah, that's what really happened during the 11 years. And then we would just time skip all the way right there to when Issei actually started right there his second year in Kuyu right there Academy. As there, Issei will start walking inside right there like what the main entrance, and everybody was just looking at him. And then he would say like, oh my god, who is he? He's actually quite hot. Look at him, like with his green eyes. He kind of looks muscular, and look at his scar on his face. Like this were all the things that the girls were saying, and for the guys they were like cursing him, like god damn, another pretty boy. First we have to deal with Kiba, now this one, great. As pretty much like they really despise Issei. Just of his looks alone, he was getting all the attention from all the girls. Issei was just saying like, I just came in, like it hasn't even been about 5 minutes, and yet I actually have enemies. And with this, Issei will actually just go as like heck. He will actually make his way to actually class 2B. As there, when Issei actually makes it to actually 2B, he will actually just introduce himself. As there, Issei will say like his name is Issei Hyodo, as he was actually pretty much like sorry, tongue twist, as he is actually really excited that he is really excited just to be in this class. As there, everybody the girl was like, oh my god, right there, things like that. As the teacher would say like, do you have any questions, right there, like Hyodo? As no, do you have any does anyone have any question for Mr. Hyodo here? And then immediately all the girls' hands were just raised up, as right there, they would just start asking right there him, is he a perv? Which Issei actually kind of says like no. As there, they will actually ask like, does he have a girlfriend? Where did he come from? What school did he go to? Just basic questions like that. Until he actually takes a seat, actually next to actually the a class representative, like the class president actually. As pretty much right there, it was actually John. As then when class pretty much ended, as Issei is pretty much cleaning the board, John will come up to him as heck. As Issei was like, oh, you're the student council, you're the class representative, right? And then she would just hug Issei just tightly, as then pretty much everybody there was like, wait, what? As heck, they were just giving her the guys were just giving Issei death glares, as the girls just stared at her in shock. As pretty much Issei asked who are you? I actually don't remember you. As John would say don't you not remember me right there, Issei? As right there, Issei will actually say wait, John? Holy cow! Wait, you're here? And she said yeah, I get kind of transferred here. I never expected to see you here. It's been such a long time. She would say, just clinging on to Issei. As there, everybody was just so jealous, Jesus Christ. As there, heck, class would go on, normally for Issei, and until right there, heck, he will actually get, he will go to the nurse's office, because, heck, he pretty much right there, somebody actually kind of threw a brick at him. Hit his head, but it wasn't really that serious, but he still needed to go to the doctor because the teacher said so. As there, when Issei actually got there, he would meet Nurse Hasegawa. As there, Issei was surprised to see Nurse Hasegawa there, as Nurse Hasegawa would actually greet Issei and how he actually joined the school. Issei would reply saying that it's actually pretty much fine, and he just somebody just wanted to throw a brick at him. With this, Nurse Hasegawa will actually tell Issei to lie down to check him out, which Issei will actually do. As there, she will actually start wrapping bandages around Issei's head. As there, she will actually tell Issei how does he feel. As Issei will feel he kind of feels better. With this, Nurse Hasegawa will actually just have a smirk, and she will just climb on top of Issei. As then Issei sees this whoa, Nurse Hasegawa. As right there, she say just stay calm, Issei. I'm just trying to heal you, of course. With this, Issei was just staring at her large bosoms, as pretty much right there, he couldn't even help it. He couldn't help it. He had to look away. And then inside the sacred gear, Drag was just laughing yes, partner, destroy her, destroy her. As right there, heck, Issei inside I can't destroy her. Right there, she's it's weird. I mean, heck, she's older than me and also way more powerful than me, which Issei actually does know, but Issei doesn't know that she's actually a goddess actually. As Drag actually does know, after Nurse Hasegawa actually told Drag, even threatened him, right there, if he tells Issei about his true origins, she will destroy him. Every day, Drag knows not to piss off right there a goddess, which she is stated to be the most powerful goddess to even rival even Orpheus. Every god actually wants to actually marry her, get right there in her, just to be with her right there, but shut them all down. As she has a thing for Issei, of course. So with this, Issei, Nurse Hasegawa will actually finish the passion of Issei as heck, a little bit chant a little bit of magic on him, and pretty much right there, heck, Issei's head was pretty much healed. As Nurse Hasegawa actually told Issei to pretty much take it easy, that she would go and check up on him right down later on some days, of course. With this, Issei will actually just leave the place, as he will actually start walking all the way back home. As there, Issei will actually just get stopped at the bridge. And there, he will just actually stop by right there, a girl with black hair, violet eyes, and she was wearing right there a school uniform that Issei never even seen before. As right there, like, heck, the girl will actually say like, "Excuse me, are you Issei Hyodo by chance?" Which is Issei would look at her as he would say like, yeah, who may you be? Oh, my name is Yuma Amo. I was wondering, would you like to go on a date with me? And right there, Issei actually knows from the get-go right there, bro, this is pretty much a trap. He easily can tell right that she's a fallen angel. He can sense the evil right there, like, in her. Like, oh my god. But if Issei right there would say like, well, I'm kinda, a little bit, busy, and like, she would just literally cling on to his right arm, like, please, go out with me, I really like you. And there Issei like, okay, you know what, fine, I wanna know what this girl's motive really is. If she's actually gonna, like, what, lure me into a trap, I'll kill her. And if she tries to kill me, I'll kill her. And right there, if her motives are good, I'll let her live. So with this, Issei will actually agree as, like, they will actually, make plans to go on a date. As they're from a farther distance, right there, we will see right there, like, a girl right there with white hair, yellow eyes, and she's pretty much sucking a lollipop. As there, she will actually go and actually teleport all the way to the ORC club. I'm not gonna actually pronounce that, but still. As there, when she actually got there, she will actually say like, Maris, I actually right there like located the fallen angel. Seems like right there they're making the move. With this right there, Maris will actually sigh, say like, really, that's so. I wonder right there what the fallen angels want with him. If so, if they're after him, maybe right there I should go after him. I can sense right there he has a strange power, Maris will say. As right there, Arkano right there will say like, it's already his first day and he's actually getting targeted by some fallen angels. Yeah, apologies again. If you guys hear noise in the background, I'm quite sorry about this. I'll be pausing the video. People's inside my house, so yeah. Anyways, Arkano will actually say, like, already on the first day, he's actually getting that much attention. So what will you do, Riz? Will you reconnect him inside your barrage? Which if Riz will immediately say like, of course, I sense great power within him. And plus, the day is actually drawing close. With this, we the timescape about right there, like what? All the way to like what? Sunday. As there, we just actually have right there, like what? Issei waiting at the clock tower right there for Yuma. As there, we will just actually about 10 minutes will pass until Yuma will actually show up. As Issei will greet her, seeing that, alright, no, sorry. Yuma will not come. I completely forgot about right there, this, like what, the summoning sheet. As there, a person will give Issei a summoning sheet, as Issei will look at it and say like, oh, okay, thanks. As he will look at it like, man, does this actually go think I'm a fool or something? How can you actually just go give me a summoning pack and like Issei's no fool. He obviously knows about the devils in this town. I mean, of course, right there, like he's been living in this town for about like what, 11 years, of course. So he actually knows this town by the back of his hand. And he's lived way longer inside this town than her. So with this, heck, Issei will just take it and he will actually just leave it inside his pocket. With this, Yuma will actually arrive right there about 10 minutes and she will apologize as the two of them will go on that date as they will just do little things, going right there like to a few stores. Issei even bought her right there like the same wristband that he did. As it came to the end of the day until they were walking straight towards right the water fountain. As there, Yuma will actually make rather the gesture saying that on a first date, would you actually die for me? As Issei like, sorry, I actually didn't hear that. Can you please say that again? With this, Yuma will say louder, say like, could you die for me? And then she will actually reveal her fallen angel form. And Issei was not actually surprised. He knew, like he actually knew. With this right there, she would just create a light spear to shoot her straight towards Issei. As Issei just stood there, the light spear like literally hits, causing right there a big explosion. Yuma would say like, that was so easy. He didn't even bother to dodge it. With this right there, like Yuma will actually hear a voice, Reina, as she would hear Issei saying like, is that the best you can do? With this, the smoke will actually clear up to see Issei just standing there with his sacred gear out and right there pretty much holding the light spear. With this, Issei will crush the light spear and you will be surprised that, wait, you're only awake in your sacred gear? With this, Issei will say like, it's time for you to die, Yuma. With this, Issei will actually take out his sword. As with this, with fast speed, and like with fast speed, he would just go and cut down right there Reina, pretty much in half even. As with this, Reina will actually like be destroyed into black feathers, and then Issei will just sigh. With this, Issei will actually take out right there like the servant thing right there, like no, kind of like the summoning sheet, the magic sheet, whatever. As he would just literally just cut it up to piece, like what a waste of my time. As he would just actually just go all the way right up home. As we just fast forward all the way to the next day, as Issei was just actually in class with actually Jean, as pretty much right there like heck, the two of them would just vibe and things like that. As Issei was explaining the whole fallen angel incident, until right there the door will actually would just come open, as their Kiba right there will actually go, as he will actually ask right there for Issei. As with this, Jean will actually just growl at Kiba. With this right there, Kiba will actually notice Jean as like heck, he will also glare straightly at her. With this, Issei will say bye to Jean, as he will actually follow Kiba. With this, Kiba will actually escort Issei all the way to the ORC building, as there like heck, he will just open the door as Issei will see the whole member of the ORC. With this, Issei will ask like, so what's this about? Issei Hyodo, it's actually a pleasure to meet you, the redhead would say with grimmery. After that, as she will actually have a whole parade member standing right behind her. As they're pretty much right there, like Issei will ask like, what's this really about? With this, Rias will actually will just put down her tea, as she would say like, I'll cut down to the chase. I actually know that you know about the supernatural world. And I also right there, I know about right there how you actually destroyed the fallen angel right there. With this, Issei will say like, oh, so you were watching me, huh? Precisely. With this, Issei will just say like, so, I'm guessing right there like, you didn't bother to step in because we didn't actually know right there if right there this human girl was actually a threat or not. So we weren't really sure to actually make a move. With this, Issei with a sigh say like, man, that's some kind of bullshit, man. I mean like, come on, if I was a normal human, and right there like, heck, if I got killed by a fallen angel, you were planning to revive me to become a devil, weren't you? I mean, why is the reason why you gave me right there summoning sheet? Which is really actually realized like, yo, she actually kind of messed up. Like, oh god, he actually knows. With this, right there, Issei would decide say like, so what now? Reyes would say like, well, Issei Hyodo, I would actually like you to join my parade. And then Issei would say like, why? I sense a great power within you, and plus, I actually kind of need someone like you. So, would you actually join my parade? You can have everything you ever wanted. You can have a harem, she would say, as pretty much Issei was quite thinking about it, but he was like, no, actually quite pass. Plus, right there, like, hey, I'm pretty much way too strong ready to be in your parade. With this, Rias would say like, so, would you want to have a battle then? With Issei would say like, what do you mean by that? If I win this battle, you join my parade, and if you win, then we will start bothering you alone. With this, immediately right there, the door of the ORC club would just get destroyed, and there Jean will just be standing there with just her katana out. And pretty much right there, she would just actually jump right in front of Issei, as she would say like, stand back. I know what you devil's actually trying. You better stay away from him. He's not interested in you. And right there, like, and I swear, he's not gonna join some kind of stinky right there, filthy devil faction. Right there, he belongs to the hero faction, of course. With this, Rias will immediately like, oh wait, he belongs to the hero faction? With this right there, like, heck, Kiba would just get his sword out, with also Akuno and Konoko getting ready to fight. But this Issei would just dial down the situation, of course. As right there, like, heck, he would just say like, Jean, yeah, I'm not joining them. They pretty much wanted to talk. And for you, Rias, I'm gonna decline right at this battle, of course. But this Rias would just sigh, say like, ah, oh, fine. But you wouldn't mind having a little spar with actually my cute little servants. With this, Jean will actually just get her sword out, like, kind of ready to get ready to attack Rias. After her persisting. With this, Issei would stop her right there, like, as he would say like, okay, fine, but it's just for fun. With this, Jean will actually kind of growl and just like, she would look. With this, the whole group will actually make it outside, as there, But like Akuno was preparing to make a barrier, but right there, like Jean will actually right there make a barrier way more stronger than even Akuno even. As there, like the battle between right there Kiba right there will actually commence right there. She wanted to test right there like Kiba, Konoko out, because the two of them right there, they wanted to see how strong really Issei was. As there, like heck, Issei will actually go and actually take out right there, like he was actually thinking like he was not gonna use right there his sacred gear, of course. I mean like heck, he wanted to keep that a secret. So with this, Issei will actually take out right there his sword already and really start like, was this actually his sacred gear or something like this? Oh wait, it was like she didn't even know what it was. So with this, the battle will commence, and Issei with this fast speed will actually just appear right behind Kiba and right there striking him. But Kiba right there will react in time, blocking right there Issei's attack. And with this, Konoko will actually come right there throwing a punch, but Issei right there will actually appear right in front of her, send her right there like a knee kick, like send her right there like a knee kick into a gust right there, making her go flying into right there a tree. With this, Kiba right there will actually, Kiba and Issei will just dash at each other, clashing swords. With this, Kiba will actually tell Issei that he's actually pretty much of a good swordsman. With Issei was saying like he's also a good swordsman too. As the two of them will clash, and Kiba will actually use right there like what? His sacred gear to create right there like what? An ice sword to actually counter against Issei's attack. But right there, Issei will actually just go and destroy it with ease. Right there, he will actually go right there, kick Kiba from to the side. And then Reese will actually realize how skilled Issei really is to handle right there Kiba and Konoko right there like at once. And he's not even breaking a sweat. He's not even trying. And with this right there, Jean will actually seeing John was actually seeing this, and she was actually kind of smirking. Issei's definitely holding back, of course, even though she thought that it may be even hurting Issei. I mean, the incident from 11 years ago still stands. I mean, like heck, she remembers it perfectly. The destruction, the lives that Issei actually took, the destruction power that he even unleashed. It killed a lot of people. Issei is right there, like she can tell that Issei is still having regretful thoughts, that he's still holding back, right there, afraid to even hurt them. With this, about right there, like Kiba will actually go on right there, use his actually right there like sword burst, creating like so much swords to right there counter Issei's attack. With Issei will actually go right there, swipe his swords right there like what? To the left, breaking all of Kiba's swords. And with this, Issei will actually go, and he will actually finally deliver right at the slash right there, like just right there at Kiba's chest, but not right there like a deep right there flesh wound, but it was just only a scratch. With this, Kiba admits defeat, which right there like Reis was actually surprised by actually Issei's fighting style. That she like now she actually knows that like heck she needs him like inside her proj. But this, Issei will say like, well, the fight has already been done for. And with this, Issei will put away his sacred gear as like heck, him and Jean will actually go all the way home. As the two of them, as they're walking, the two of them will actually part ways until Issei will make his way towards right there, like what? His house. And there, Issei will actually find Miss Hasagawa there. And Issei will say like, Miss Hasagawa, what are you doing here? As right there, she will say like, oh, Issei, please. You just know right there, I'm actually always allowed here. And plus, I was watching your fight right there with the Grimmery group. With this, Issei will say like, oh, so you were watching, huh? Yeah, I was actually surprised. He actually did get stronger. As with this, right there, she will actually go closer towards Issei to check his face. As he did actually like got some scratches and bruises, but not really that fatal. With this, heck, she will just go right there and actually kiss Issei's cheek. After that, like heck, Issei was kind of a little bit blush about this, as pretty much right there, like heck, the two of them would spend the rest of the day together. As right there, she would cook Issei right there a good meal. Of course, she's a great cook. As there, like heck, after eating right there, the two of them would actually take a bath. As Issei was inside the bath, chilling like a dog, right there, he really is. Right then, Miss Hasagawa will come in, right there, just a towel just around him. As there, Issei was like, Miss Hasagawa, what are you doing here? As with this, she would say like, I came ready to watch your back. With this, Issei would say like, I'm perfectly fine at watching my back. As right there, Miss Hasagawa will actually proceed, but she was actually not actually taking no for an answer. As there, with this, Issei was actually just kind of right there set, as she was just watching right there his back. Like, heck, I'm not gonna go into detail what really happened, but I'm just saying things was a little bit steaming in there. Like, heck, like this right there, they took already a long bath together. That's pretty much already the end of part 1 of What If Issei Married a Goddess. There's gonna be a few parts to this. I hope you guys actually enjoy, and also I might be actually recording right there like Kaguya's daughter or Issei right there Frost. I might make a movie on that, or pretty much the Forgotten Clan. So yeah, so I will be actually working on that. So for right now, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.